What's gonna be my legacy when I leave?
What's next? Quel autre chapitre?
C'est la grande question. Bon, depuis on parle de moi, depuis on dit Michael. Moi perdu sens, moi déboussolé, moi perdu souffle, moi bouquet si plié, émotion perdu coulée, m'accepter, moi non erreur, moi désolé, pour ça privé, moi chercher plus haut, baby, moi bouquet m'en débondé. Est-ce que c'est nous trop compliqué? L'amour facile dans vous. Yon ti fâché, nous réconcilier. Tout bagaille ok. L'amour facile dans vous. Faut tolérer, faut sacrifier. Tout bagaille vide. C'est comme ça l'amour. Moi perdu tête, moi découragé, réveillé dans moi, fais-moi vérité, dans dormi m'a cherché, même j'éclaire pas ouais. Oh, où sont la go caché qui met puis moi tête en bas, moi chercher puis oh baby, moi bouquet mon bon Dieu. Fais-nous réalité. L'amour facile dans vous. Yon ti fâché, nous réconcilier. Tout bagaille ok. L'amour facile dans vous. Faut tolérer, faut sacrifier. Tout bagaille vide. L'amour ka facile. I forget she name now. This afternoon when I fixing everything, I was like, what Tommy can name real name is? So voila. So I have Madame Jeannette Gums in the house with me today. We're gonna talk about the country. Everybody know how the country running, but we're gonna talk about the country, how we sit there because we still young, and because today I was telling somebody she old because she got 50 years. I was tripping on her because not you, somebody else. So I was tripping. So we still young, and I believe it's time for the country to start watch in the future because yes, we have elected people, but we need to think about what gonna happen from 5, 10, 15 years because other islands moving and we need to move. We're not supposed to stay there and watch, okay, the old politician, elders, old politician do mistake after I hope they learn from the mistake, but we need to watch forward because they have a future then generation will come in, and I think they're gonna be worse than we. Obviously in French. We rebel, but they're gonna be more rebel than us. And I like it now so because back then it didn't have no social media. Some people don't like social media because you see what politicians doing and you see we could express ourselves. Exactly. So today we have a group, a certain new generation who start to react. It's not good. They're telling you it's not good. So when the politician come look for you for election, I think we're brave enough to listen. I don't want to come with you because you don't update. You're running your policy like 10 years ago and the things update. So I like the move because I see in the social media a lot of them start to react and we could say, okay, politics dirty. Everybody knew politics dirty. Sometimes it's not the leader, it's not the person on the list, it's not the elected person who's dirty. It's those who are wrong cutting deal. After it, maybe sometimes it's a politician who cutting deal. But I believe the new generation, we not just to cut deal. We want the country to move forward. Other islands moving forward, and we change status 19 years now. December gonna make 19 years, and honestly, I don't see no change. The only thing we have collectivity, but mentally, are we moving like a country? When I say moving a country, I'm not talking about we need to go independent. We talking about toe in French.
Are we walking? Are we running? Are we standing?
Exactly. So moving backward. So yeah. We need to start to think about these things because 18 years after, we still have people suffering in the country. 18 years after, we still asking for certain competence and we can't deal with what we have here. So okay. So at the end of the day, I need these people anyway. I on the phone. So I show on the radio, but anyway. So I show people need to think about where we're going. We are 18 after. Tomika, you see, I take 5 minutes from you. Good night, Tomika. Janet, good night.
Good evening, Gerald. Good evening, radio listeners, social media listeners.
How are you?
It's a pleasure.
It look like after a year, you ain't got no read how the French people to say. You ain't got no read, you get in your old age because you're a clear-skinned woman. I don't get old like we black people. I don't know. I look that make a year. I see in the last year we were talking about politics and the other side. We got touch it today tonight step 2 because both sides have their own issues. So Tomika, how the country running? Tomika, Janet, I need to get someone to call you Janet. I don't want to call you Madam Gum so nobody on the car don't get mixed up. How the country running? We know you be part of some election, you take part of 2 territorial election. And today when you're watching the country, how you feel because you're still young. For those who are watching social media, she still have she baby face. I don't know what the gums and them. Okay. What do you mean by that? Okay. Well, you have the floor. Express yourself. Tell me how the country running.
How the country running? I guess all of us are feeling the same, man. We are feeling as if everything is going into one specific thing, and the country is not advancing.
Okay.
So I think most young people, even the older ones, are feeling as if we are not moving forward. Yeah.
So today that make almost 3 years we have a new government, and we say we see certain move. For me following politics, I find it that good. I find it start good because when I say I find, yeah, because you know the country was down after Irma. We could say whatever we want. The country was down, and the ambience we had, it wasn't that ambience. So they come in with young people. We had the dynamic. Isn't the thing? Come in is just boom, and we when we watching now, we asking yourself like, what really happened? Is the airlines? Everybody know we blaming the airline, but it had other things. You know, we could ameliorate, and you know. So today, when you go in politics, and do you think like 5 years you should say, okay, I need to do this, do that, or thinking I'm gonna be re-elected, or you just say, hey, I go in politics, and hey, whatever I find out and the pipeline, all we to say, we're gonna fix it. If we can't fix it, we can't fix it. But after 5 years, you believe like is the airline or something because you guys wasn't campaign. You guys wasn't arena. So I was in the radio doing interviews. I see the dynamics in certain group. I see the dynamic of young people. And sometimes you watch when you do interview with certain parties, you ask, listen, if you take that young person, you take that young person, you will like, and you mix all of them, you got your perfect list, you got your perfect government. But today we're watching, it just in this majority, the young people who was dynamic, they close up to themselves, and we have the elder politician governing like how they could do. Or not really all the time. Because when you see always, we used to criticize Monsieur le Maire. We used to say, oh, Monsieur le Maire, he ain't got no back pro, he ain't got no back BTS, he do Sciences Po, he do this. Today, he ain't do no more. From the time Oka politics. Okay? Today, when you watch, he had no diplomas. People used to criticize him.
He had common sense. I say no new ones don't have common sense, but he had at least he had good advisors. He listened to certain people, you know. There's a lot to take into account when you're governing a country. It's not just you. It's not to feed you. You're not governing a country to feed your ego. You're governing a country because you want your population and your country to advance.
So today, RSMA, I don't say RMSMA because people just say, why are you saying that? Because it's a coalition.
Yes.
Okay? So Utah, this coalition will have to step up in the arena again. Alternative will have to say, listen, I do this. RSM will have to say, I do that. So whatever they do together, both of them is the sum. It's plus because they were together.
Yes.
So it's the first time we had a coalition, and me, I was saying, like, I find an alternative, the leader of alternative, like we put it so, as a coalition partner. Okay, they be in commission, they do the thing. Like, I don't find she don't come up more often. Say, listen, I don't know the sales avril we signed an agreement. We're gonna have this portfolio. I didn't with the tourists, they didn't with that. Today is my result. This is my result. Maybe she waited for election, but whatever happened in the group, she part of it.
Exactly.
When election comes, she part of it. So 27, I don't know. Maybe we will be behind the mic. Maybe we'll be in the list. I don't know.
Trust me, they best be looking out for me because yeah, I'm raising a child, and I keep saying I'm raising a child for the amount of children there is.
So I find now we're missing a year and couple months before election. And do you believe this majority can bounce back?
Bounce back for what?
Right now is stagnant. Bounce back for the maybe we can get the same dynamic we get.
People, let's see if they can come out of that pit they fall into.
Yeah, because the 14 juillet, the 14th of July, President say at the end of his mandate, we're gonna see what he do. You see that the old school, it come back. Remember at the beginning, I was saying that you need, as a politician, you need to see with who you surround yourself. You cannot come and tell the population at the end of my mandate, are you gonna see? No. Exactly. If you're doing something good, we should feel it. We should see it.
And if he comes with a story that, oh, I did a school, I did this, I did that, those are a lot of his projects that is in place now, that is finishing under his mandate, was already put in place by the previous government. So those are not your projects. We are still waiting for his projects that, yeah.
So which project you want to see? We have money problem right now.
I'm not a government. Someone is supposed to come tell me, okay, I see this vision for St. Martin.
But he have a vision.
He was elected because he had a vision.
But I believe he still have the vision.
Well,
okay. I put it so now. I went honestly, you know how I was with this majority from the beginning, because I see certain things, I try to advise to help. They shut the door. I say, you know something? I don't type of fellow. If you shut the door, you shut the door. But I have times I went back and the program to see, okay, I don't say when you get elected in a program, you have opportunity you could get, and listen, the airline was that opportunity. The idea is good, but it's bankrupt thing. It's a bankrupt thing. And now today, everything start to I sorry what I was saying, people, but it just you got septic. They come, they put noise in because septic. If you put gas on it, nobody know you got septic underneath. So your gazon gonna always be green until your gazon start to be yellow. Now you have to dig to find out what's going on. And I go and read the program, and today like, yo, listen, they had a program, and they start good. They had money, and after 3 years, we supposed to do loans. And when I say loans, loans after loans mean, I gonna say every government, anybody who come in next election, if it's not the actual government party who's in power, you can pay bills until you're gonna pay bills, because the loans in them you have to pay them. But I find President had a vision. I believe he still have this vision, because the President waited for 40 years to be an executive. And I believe if you waited for 40 years, you see the mistakes. Me, I say on. If I want to be in something, I can watch your mistakes, and I'll say when I get that position, I'm not doing that mistake. So I come move for. I don't want tomorrow you come, you tell me, listen, you just like him, or you was like that one or before. No, I believe President have a big vision. He still have this vision, but could his team transform his vision? Because right now, yeah, he had a vision. Because Janet don't tell me you're waiting 40 years, you don't have a vision. He have a vision. But no, could his team transform his vision? Because he's the leader. Like it or not like it, he's the leader of his team. But don't forget a team. And the last song this week, if I say to another Sandbox 3, a team, it just said in sport, you cannot have a football team and from January to December, I running only ball. You need a time to sit down with them, coach them, do other activities with them, so each other can, whatever we face, yeah, we together. And I believe right now, President have a vision, but the team dropped the vision. Yeah, we gotta disagree.
factors that will come into play that will disrupt that without you thinking on, okay, this is what has to be done for St. Martin. This is my vision for the next 5 years. So how you leave something come and disrupt that?
I come back to what you said before. Every time I believe, as head of a country, you have some investment, you have some, I would say, deal you to get.
Yes.
I don't think you need to go fast. Don't forget where the airline was when the collectivity of St. Martin decided to take it. Why there was the best deal? Why there was the best deal? There was the best deal because the deal they take 120 employees.
No.
That was the best deal because listen, for those who were following, I was following, and they were telling you need $1.2 million every month. Every month. And yeah, but that's a long deal. But what's good? If you never run a business in your life, if you never hire people, what you know about business? Because let me tell you something. You go hire one person. Let me tell you, go hire one person. You go small and have a little business. Listen, when you see before the end of the month reach, you get that shout social and you got a salary to pay. As even as one employee, that's a stress. I've been in this thing, I know what the stress is. So I believe something 120 employees in them, it was too much. We get it. Honestly, for those, me I don't say we get it because we offer the best deal. Because we had others.
I'm sorry. I don't know if he owned a business before or not. But like you say, you have a team. And I don't think anyone on a team that has a business, that runs a business, that knows how a business functions, would say, okay, that's very good. Let's go towards that. When we listen to the Conseil Territorial, we realize that the opposition was proposing other solutions. Okay, let's start our business from scratch. If you want to own a airline, okay, let's start it from scratch then. Instead of fighting over all the debt. And it was still no. Oh, we have to do this fast, we have to do this. So to me, it was rushed, and it was something that had to be rushed because of the situation. But at the end of the day, like really, like you put us in a situation where once again, all the money, you don't forget, not forgetting, he took money from different projects for the island of St. Martin to invest it in LNT. Now there's no money for those projects. So when I listen to you, it's just like President get a 619. Hey. I don't know if it's a 6. I don't think because why it's a 619. 619 is something that okay, you seeing it that way, but it's not really that way. But if a group of people telling you, be aware, we are reading this, and this doesn't look clear. So meaning it's not a 619 because they already told you these are the situations. I know it was a rush. I know, but go over it. Like, if they point to these things, maybe there's an issue. So that's why I say sometimes maybe you have to govern the country differently. And I say, where's the problem? Other country do it. Other leader of country do it. Receive the opposition. You got a project, so before you sign whatever, maybe you don't like Daniel Gibbs, you don't like Gilo, who else in the opposition. But it's the two leaders, you don't like them. But receive them in certain subject, sweet division. Maybe I don't need to. Maybe I don't like you. I don't like your ideas in them. But at the end of the day, it's St. Martin first. Yes, so today when I watch this thing with maybe President get a 619, and I say that money in here, that money honestly is best. He had to sit along with the league, the football, the league, the basketball, and whatever other sport, and say, listen, FIFA ready to repair Sanagon ball field, and they want the ground for 20 years. It's best you have something. So only one time I tell President, I say, listen, I don't have no problem. I will give them the ground for 25 years. I know after 25 years we got a good norm everything.
But I need army selections and certain selection of team to train, and we,
See, that's an idea for the best interest of the young people of St. Martin. But see, we have how many workers in Guadeloupe?
115 no, and St. Martin, I think maybe the 6 or no, something. So.
Between three.
Well, at the end of the day, it was the idea was good. Listen. To me, I mean, when I say it's for me, when I say the idea was good, we could have started from ground zero.
But not now. You have
when I say listen, I agree with you, but listen, if you don't have two airlines, me and you need to travel. We see it. We see it. We see it. So me, I'd say it was a good idea because if maybe we had paid something, I don't know what we had before Elsa Mountain. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, but de toute façon, les compétences de la collectivité, c'est pas de créer une airline. Okay? We agreed that. But he take a chance, but he didn't go deep in the thing.
He went to call out the minister, he didn't go to call out the he had so many, and yeah, we have a deputy, we have a senator. Why weren't they okay? So call to say, okay, well, we need you all to work on this urgently because.
Yeah, but don't forget, RT was in a tribunal, liquidation judiciaire. So it was a fasting. So that's why I said maybe get a 649.
That wasn't a 619 when there was too many red flags. You know, people understand red flags.
Yeah, we understand.
Too many. So it's not a 619 when there was too many red flags.
But listen, today we see where we be with this airline. Okay? But what we can do is either sell back or come back to what I say. For me, it was the idea having a St. Martin airline is good. Okay? I talking like of like you the fierté because listen, the last this week I had the president of CCSM. I agree with her. When you have Air Austral, Air Caraïbes, all the rest, when you're in that airport and you see your airline, that's your airline, and I believe President wanted that the St. Martin people airline. If we had moved with that, with a new airline, I believe would have put. But don't forget that airline before it break down. The strike, the big strike we get with the pilots and them make them reach there. It don't have a bad reputation.
Yes.
And the promotion they're doing now, for me, that's the promotion you have to do in the beginning to make sure St. Martin people, I don't say the 35,000 people going to train in it, but people would more trust the airline. Because right now, President, I will see some posters, President, I say, well, Lara must say, who's President of the cabinet? Who's President advisor? Because St. Martin people is not traveling in the thing. I see St. Martin people from the White House, they're going straight to the Air Caraïbes to Palais Cité.
Yeah.
So it had a trust we had to build for a year. Put that special pre-resident. I see somebody having special pre-resident. Why would we send out the motor? Or the chips? We can have special promotion. So
Fluence is scandal.
Well, what I could say,
Yeah, some areas are moving slow, but they're moving forward.
okay,
And some areas, to me, is there's always a controversy between every decision that they made, you know.
okay,
Um, but it's interesting because, like, just like for our, well, I can't come here because the young people on that side more vocal.
which side?
On the other side.
You know why?
Like, they are
Listen, I'm not saying because I was in the sport area for years, and I used to have young fellows and young girls from the other side. The French system don't have, I gonna talk my ghetto word in the young people language, hostile. We don't have, and we say we don't have this all of us don't have this hostile thing. Listen, when that door close, it close. And the other side now, I see it.
because of the social aspect of the friend side.
Okay.
That is, and we keep saying it is a social aspect one that has a so side on the friend side. Compared to them, they are more go getters because if they don't get up to get something, money, financials, you know, there's no moving on. You know, you're not eating. So they are still built different because of the way how their system is set up. But they in the parliament, they are very vocal and they are not afraid to say, well, I don't agree with this. And this is my opinion.
But the only one who do that is Rafael Sanchez the last one.
Yes, and I applaud him for it because he actually said something compared to others that said nothing. And I said it. If you are going along with something that you know in your heart is not right for Martin, I'm sorry. With all the schooling, all the common sense, everything, for some of them, most of them I know them. You can't tell me you know and you feel.
Yeah, but you have to see.
Right.
Hey, listen, and I gonna say it. Rafael can have his ways. We know who's Rafael. We know where he come from. And I apply because yeah, I get a boy, I get a boy too. Okay? And when I see he have this hostile thing, he have the mission local, he have the water, he trying his best. We cannot say today and this at 7 he not trying. He trying his best because he got two portfolio and I say listen, he had time. Okay, he had time. He had time. His VP as tutrice on the top of he, leave him take all the blows. He take all the blows. And today, when I see the video, I was sleeping and I see put hand, I said, no, you do a mistake. When I see second vote, they read the vote and he vote, I say he's the real leader. The others, I'm sorry about it. I like cut. We put it so. In Parliament is different system, whatever it is. Everybody talk, but we see new generation. They say what they know because we will watch. Okay, if I say I'm not agree with the president, maybe the president might see my soul something. So, and on the other side, the leader of the video, I agree with what you say. We say Rafael last city. He said he do what he had to do. The two others overspoke in association. Rafael, baby, I get cut, but he get cut too. He got Monsieur Local, he get cut too. Why I don't take a stand? Take a stand.
Because let's not forget the first money that was invested to get MT was taken from different projects. support. Okay, we are not getting to complete our portfolio either because this money was taken and put into something that is a flop to me. So to be so okay, well, let's just go along because we are part of the majority. No, that's going on. Okay, 2027 when you are going to ask people to vote for you again.
When they don't ask. If they're doing the old politician vibes.
Yes, they learn and they take up those that behavior.
After they had their thing, opposition had their thing. And it was for me, the other side is parliament is at other level. You can say whatever you want. We start parliament and we saw it. We vote arité, we vote certain things. Yes, we could be vocal. Sometimes I ask one as citizen, why I just vote, I don't talk. They tell me, yeah, we don't be in commission, so we know what's going on. But you don't be in all commission. So how you going to know if Janet vote to make a road pass, that we say, in the middle of the airport green cars? That can happen because we have some architect better than St. Martin people because we can't build, we can't do nothing. But you don't have nothing to say? I cannot sit down and I cannot sit down in a meeting. I get cut for my sport portfolios. I got a stadium. Okay? I can't put light there from a stadium. Okay? For me, sport is not taking pictures to get that activity. No. We need structure because I always say, you cannot train a runner to, even we ain't got a pool, but anyway, to swim 50 meters, and when you reach competition, it's 100 meters. How are we going to do that one? We need the structure. We could do sets, whatever we want. If we don't have the structure update, and you know what update? I watching to have our old circuit sport. Just like what we have standing going to run, and they had electronics. The region Guadeloupe put electronics so you could track your speed. I said, look, we can do that here. And they travel more than me and you. Nothing got no money, nobody ain't travel first class. But listen, so you may vote. You cut my money, you cut my portfolio. Association getting half of the money, 20%. So I must stand up your abstention? No. And that's why we respect Raphael. He take a bold decision.
Only a finance. Okay, be vocal about it. But for instance, we see in a city, only opposition speaking. Only. Basically, it's only them.
But when you want to speak, if they don't want, you think they ain't get menacé? That's a menacé. They ain't get if you do this is gonna happen. If you do that, this is gonna happen.
And that's my issue because us as young people, because he has a list with another us as young people shouldn't accept that nonsense. Because I don't think the person, my leader, by this would be able to make me keep quiet on something.
Do your leader have power on you?
No, I'm sorry. No. Because if I don't agree with something, I don't agree with it. And he knows that way.
Janet, that's me and you.
He knows that I don't agree with something, and everyone knows me. I'm very vocal. Whether you like it or you don't like it, that's my opinion. When block me, delete me, stop speaking to me, that's your problem. But if I know that's something that will hamper the generations to come, and St. Martin, I have a problem with it because if my child and cousins, etc., decide to come back to Martin to work, open a business, etc., I don't see why we destroying what we have and stopping them from coming back. They're not going to be enticed to come back. They're not going to want to come back.
We see that happen, and today, I say, if this is politics, we do the old politics, we take young people, and we young people, I see we put myself, we don't get full on the thing like, hey, come on the list. I don't get full. And let me tell you something. From 2012 until last election, politicians asked me to be on the list. But I myself, I have this little getaway. I can tell you, listen, you're going wrong. And for those who know me, I bowl. So I will tell you, listen, when you going there, I don't think it's good for the country. After, use the head of the list. You do what you want. But don't forget, I tell you, if we go there, It's gonna be long. And today, I say, if the president of the collectivity at least say, okay, I pushing UD program, what they had to play, I saw, I doing my thing. I fixing the mediatek. I at least getting INGC. Because we generation know the use of our NGC. At least we getting our NGC, we getting a battlefield or no fix everything. Because we wanted to put Margot or no, you look like you got the money to put the gas on out. So if you do that, you start so listen, nobody want to try. Last election, that was the first election we were getting after Monsieur le Maire, one shot.
We have so many school children that we used to go down to the videotheque.
Yeah.
Hey,
everybody in the videotheque now. Everybody in the videotheque. And sometimes for we fellows, and we want to sit in Jeannette, you want to be videotheque. Even you don't read the book now, you're going to read the magazine just to see Jeannette. Exactly. Exactly. You know?
Here, my daughter gets projects all the time. And I don't really talk about people. So how are they going to find each other to work? You know, and you know what teachers in the government.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. I feel yesterday I tell somebody I think the next person supposed to be in charge of education, I think is somebody who's not part of education. Et comme on dit en français, le cordonnier est toujours mal chaussé. Okay? I think we need to stop watching. We're doing like national government. Tu es médecin, you're a doctor, you're a nurse, you have to be a minister of health. You what to say? Look at the minister of army from Macron. The woman don't do nothing army, she was health.
But and I do agree with you at something point, but you first know the issues in St. Martin. You know, there's no one else on the outside who can tell you, okay, well, the children need this because so that's kind of disappointing that you know those wasn't that project and all those projects that, especially for the children's sports, whether sports and education, those are two balls that they drop, and that's the biggest disappointment to me. Because, for example, our athletes, listen, they don't even have the facility to perform where they do practice, and they still are coming out the winners and when they go out to compete. So
thank you, Jesus. We have coaches.
Yeah,
and associations still fighting for that.
Because come on, and those are two main things. And let's not forget the roots, because
listen, that's a next topic. But my problem is we have teachers in government, educators in government, and if we build in a country, and I gonna be a little grassroots tonight. If you build in a country, your education thing, you have it happening. So you need to work on that education and make sure you put your culture in it. Because today we could sit down, blah blah, all the night. Yeah, listen, St. Martin culture gone. We don't have no more culture. But what we do to bring the culture in the schools? What did we do? What we do? I'm talking culture. The 11 November we gonna buy flag, unity flag. We gonna go to school. I'm talking about that. Culture start in the school from September à la rentrée until June à la sortie and back in the colony vacances in them.
Some type of social studies in school.
Because we don't have it. Because what gonna happen? We gonna blame the children who build from stranger parents. Because okay, he moved Haitian, he moved Dominica, he moved this. Why? Because after school, when you go home, what a Spanish mother, Santo mother teach children. Take from Santo to cook Santo. Dominica, what they teach you? Eat the dashing, starfish, everything. And the Haitian will tell you, you gotta go home to cook the fritai. You go home by your mother. No? Show me a child, a young lady or a young boy. Tell him, listen, I ain't talking about chicken wing Johnny Cake. Do my piece soup. You see, we need to
We
teach.
have so many cultures on this island
Mhm.
that when you ask them what is Semitic culture, they get mixed up.
But it's normal, Janet. It's normal, Janet. It's normal. If you build a nation, that's what every Caribbean do. The culture.
They build a pride in their country.
Because no, when we go out, we have the unity flag. For those who argue with unity flag, we have the unity flag. We also go from SM because we have from SM because we got two Canada, we got chicken and the Johnny Cake, and we one island, one people, we speak so much language, and after, and that's why I say all these people and they came. Listen, don't talk about Loki. I always say, if you see I meet a woman, you could cook Loki, I'm married to you. Because listen, if she cook the Loki on Sunday, until Saturday, then you could eat your Loki. Listen, when you live in big country, you think you cook every day? Well, so this thing we need to sit down on the table, bring back, build something. I don't know. Yes, we have this problem. Yeah, we have this problem. Our teachers is not local. But listen, get people on the table, set up, listen, à la rentrée, when school starts, you have the teacher come. We used to have it under Aline, I think. They come, we say, listen, this is.
Local teachers teaching.
Yeah, but.
So if they can set up the same thing for.
Listen, back then, we had guide touristique, was formé, get diplomas. That was done kiosks. Okay, after we just shut them down, we could have used them here. And look now, France had a museum. Is now we find up the Louvre. It's so all people could go in, thief everything. We don't have the museum. Where you gonna bring the kids to the listen? Before Christopher Colombo and write in the books, it had people there before. They're bringing us there. We have a museum. We have a museum. We could invest in these things to build.
There's more about Guadeloupe.
But I don't listen, Janet. We also remember we had an old grey book. I got my own home still. An old grey book we had in the school. It like say earn it. This old book we had, school book, when you open, it had short can. You had nothing about St. Martin. The only way we used to learn from St. Martin is when we had Madame January and Monsieur Dolin in the schools. I don't know for you. Voila. We had them in primaire. In primaire, we had these people. They used to come. We had inner English. We had these people. We had inner English. Those who don't speak English. Me, I had my old, how to say, when I went to say a teacher tell me I don't my English. When it's St. Martin English at me good, I can't say Chinese food. I can't say I like to the Chinese restaurant.
Chinese.
Okay? We used to enter to the Chinese food. Because even though it's no, we're learning the Chinese name. Because before when you come in a store, they say Chinese, you got lots of you know. They say no, you have some respect, you're asking the real name, you know. Okay? Okay? You know, but we need to do these things because them kids when they go outside France, because it's been good. Certain region of France when you go, if you don't come with your Kool-Aid in your club social, you're gonna eat the you know, at the end of when we create that pride. Angola, they pray. That's ANC, they pray. It's only okay. We got when we got 11 November, we got a little match with the flag. And after we suppress the culture gone, what we put in place to save the culture. But I tell you, listen, we're the kids the past most of the time. And the school. So let's use the school to I bet with you. Tomorrow is Friday. We're gonna do 11 school. You're gonna ask a child what's a cold pack. You're gonna watch it like what you saying, yeah? What you talking about? A cold pack? You know? And we're supposed to know these things.
Even for like Thanksgiving is celebrated in St. impacted, but that's because of the end of hurricane season. So we're not celebrating Thanksgiving as it is in America, but we're celebrating some kind of times because we didn't get hit with a hurricane. Now your neighbor come home over by you, you go over by them, they clean the yard.
But school days, you remember what they used to show us? Indian and is that cowboy? Is that they used to put Thanksgiving and then they used to show us? Yeah, that's what they used to show us.
Yeah.
So,
but you know when you're teaching now, you need to know that okay, St. Martin also have their own way of giving thanks also. But if you don't know, you don't know.
But that's why we come back. If you don't bring these things to school, we don't have don't say you're gonna create a book to get a child to go home. It don't have no sense. Because I tell you, when after we surprise the new generation, I say the new generation of St. Martiners, those who born from foreign we surprise Dominican flag, they have Dominican flag away, they have Haitian flag, they have St. Lucia flag, they have St. Kitts. We surprised? I'm not surprised because we're not building that pride in the schools. We're not teaching these things. We need to bring these things in the school. If we don't do it, listen, if we don't do it, and then we go reach.
See, once again, that's where the money should have.
Listen, for me, to do a program so
creating, hiring, so many things. It's the last 3 million euros.
Don't talk about that.
Listen, I think people still listen. What you can do with 3 million euros?
But why we just talk? You think we need 10 million to do that?
No, we don't. So you see,
you need books. You need books. You need some ateliers. You're using association like SCA, Columbia Valley, Nature Valley, other cultural association to bring down the schools. And if you don't do that, let me tell you something. If you don't do that, and let me say 2032, they're going to start to tell us, listen, we local dish is cassoulet. I don't like cassoulet. I don't like cassoulet. So that's what, listen, they don't know cassoulet. But listen, if in the school now, they tell them, listen, journée, culture, food, they bring cassoulet. Nous sommes en République française, c'est plat français. So why not say no? When you reach home, your daughter, your son say, Mommy, je veux cassoulet. I don't want to riz blanc là avec chicken. Why you gonna say no? You're gonna watch him, you start to be the school teaching that.
Well, those are the things we should have been investing in instead of we have bigger priorities, bigger, more urgent matters over anything else at this point. Because, like I said, it had 5 years that we were not taking care of. So now that we
was taking off, you was saving money.
We were saving money, but you didn't come out to the population and tell us that. So we thought of it as abandon. We felt as if okay.
You say abandon, but now you got people watching as a savior. A savior.
How?
You have me to be, I see people who was for president. Now they're telling you the former president was better than the president.
And you not have to agree.
Oh, you see?
I'm joking. They're saying, this government show me that say, you run from Johnny with a coffin.
Well, I don't know what I mean. The only one thing I could say is St. Martin people, I'm not going to say we wake up. We need to know, because you could be wake up and still dreaming. But we need to know where we're going, where we want to reach. Because the other islands moving, and we're moving. Culture, I come back on that culture. If we want to be, I'm not a grassroots in Martin, but tonight I try to be a real grassroots because saying, listen, we need to build this nation and the school with the culture. And that's where the culture is going. Listen, Janet, after 40 years in government, you didn't know you had to pass un conseil économique et social, une commission pour finance. We want to go faster than the vent.
We get to keep our 3 million and it will go towards projects that.
You sure?
Hopefully.
You sure?
Because
But let me remind you, don't forget 25 million down in the plane. But if you got liquidation, what you going to do with that price? You answer me that one?
Answer.
Okay. So,
You want me to think of it?
listen, you have 2 minutes because you know after us is the old man who coming in. We talk. We need to ask the manager on the radio 2 hours to talk about this thing. I think we're gonna come back on Maldi because Maldi we don't have nobody after we. So that's the tonight wasn't about we against government. I believe we're reaching a stage. We don't see where we're going. We don't see where we're going. And young people, elders, even you see the smiling every day, they have this thing like, yo, where we going?
There's this happiness.
Yes.
Happiness of we are feeling uncertain. Meaning, okay, people are already frustrated with the amount of taxes that they are paying, right? And every time you're hearing about alone, you're already feeling this even more, this intense feeling of, okay, how are you going to be able to pay those taxes? Especially when you're on retirement. You know, so there's such a heavy feeling. So hopefully that like I say, we are not against government, but I personally feel that there's so many other things that could have been put in place before, you know.
Well, folks, what we could say is I try to do start a job.
So many things at the same time.
That's that the new generation. We can manage a lot of things on the street. Exactly. Because we can't be doctor, but we could be nurse, soignant, anesthetist. So folks, that's it for us tonight. But I think we're gonna have to come back to get that 3 hours. You see? Anyway, I leave that for us. Folks, thank you for those who are following us on social media, those who was in the car, those who was on the phone. We try to wrap up everything together because if we have to talk about everything because we don't have time. I will say we're not against government, but you have to. I prefer me and Janet. We sit down. We say it's blue, and we don't come sit down. You tell them, I don't know what you doing. The country and go. And when we go to wrong, you say, don't know what you doing. You know, I don't be so. If you're wrong, I tell you wrong. So I maybe we have to come back. We invite some politician from we saw it. They don't want to come or they give us a 6 for night, but you have some who decide to come. But 27 days of media, that for sure. That for sure. That for sure they ain't familiar. But what I want to say is when we invite you guys in the radio, is to talk about what because really you agree with me and Janet what we say tonight. But we have, let me see, 10 mics. So you could ever come, you sit down with we or me. If you don't want to sit down with me, you go sit down with Janet. And then you say what you're doing. Because we need to know what you're doing. And if you not agree with the president, you say not agree. Sanchez do it. Why you cannot do it? Okay? He know how he feel. Because at 27, he gonna have to face we young people to ask if we voting for you again. So folks, that's all for us tonight. Thank you, Janet, for passing through. I hope to see you more often next year. You know I go invite you every Maldi. So folks, be safe. Take care. After me is our other grassroots program, Backbone on the house. We how to say that it's not about how to say that it's not about we don't want to see the country move forward. But I grew up between St. Martin people. I know as the culture, I know as a type of thing. I need we to have more that. I need when we go out, because listen, after before Ilma, I went on a meeting which I learned how to present this specialty. They said, you buy get small card from again from going cars. I get cards. I go have ability. You always have ability. So people be proud of where you come from. If you're not from St. Martin, learn to know the culture. Learn to know the culture so we can move forward because we need everybody for this island to move forward. And pour mon petit mot français, Saint-Martin a besoin de tout le monde. On n'a pas une sorte de couleur, de peau, d'où tu viens. L'intérêt, c'est Saint-Martin. Tu respectes quand tu vas en avance ensemble. Tu viens à Saint-Martin, tu respectes Saint-Martin, tu t'intègres dans Saint-Martin. Il ne suffit pas de venir à Saint-Martin, faire ses sous et après, il faut s'intégrer, savoir comment vivre le Saint-Martinois et comme ça on sera d'accord et comme ça le pays va mourir. Folks, je pars, I gone, parce que le gars après moi, si je lui donne pas ses heures, j'aurai des problèmes. Bye bye.
One island, one